Hello, friends. I'm Emma. 3 years ago, I avoided phone calls in English completely. I would ask friends to call for me or send emails instead. Phone conversations terrified me. Today, I will share how I transformed phone fear into phone confidence. Let me tell you my embarrassing phone story. 3 years ago, I needed to call a doctor to make an appointment. I sat by the phone for 2 hours practicing what I would say. I wrote down every possible sentence. I was so scared that I would forget words or not understand the receptionist. Finally, I called. The receptionist answered, "Good morning, Dr. Smith's office." I panicked. My mind went blank. I said, hello? Appointment, please? She couldn't understand me. I felt so embarrassed that I hung up the phone. That day, I realized something important. Phone conversations were my biggest English fear. No body language to help me understand. No facial expressions to guide me. Just voices and words. I felt completely lost. But I also realized something else. If I could master phone confidence, I could master any English conversation. Phones are the hardest form of communication. If I could speak confidently on the phone, I could speak confidently anywhere. Today, phone calls are easy for me. I make business calls with confidence. I chat with friends comfortably. I handle problems over the phone without stress. Phone conversations became my superpower. How did I transform my phone fear into phone confidence? Today, I will share every technique I learned. You will discover why phones are scary and how to overcome that fear. You will practice real phone conversations that build automatic confidence. Are you ready to transform your phone fear into phone power? Let's begin this journey together. Before I teach you phone confidence techniques, let me explain why phone conversations feel so difficult. Understanding the problem helps us solve it. No visual clues. In face-to-face conversations, we use body language, facial expressions, and gestures to communicate. These visual clues help us understand meaning even when we miss some words. On the phone, we only have voices. We can't see if someone is smiling, confused, or impatient. This makes communication feel much more difficult and uncertain. Sound quality problems. Phone connections are not always perfect. Sometimes the sound is unclear. Sometimes there is background noise. Sometimes people speak too fast or too quietly. These sound problems make phone conversations feel unpredictable and stressful. We worry about missing important information. Pressure to respond quickly. On the phone, silence feels uncomfortable. We feel pressure to respond immediately. This pressure makes us panic and forget words we know well. In face-to-face conversations, short pauses feel more natural. On the phone, every pause feels like a problem. Fear of misunderstanding. When we can't see the other person, we worry about misunderstanding important information. We worry about agreeing to something we don't understand. This fear makes us nervous and hesitant. Note second chances. Face-to-face conversations feel more forgiving. If we make a mistake, we can use gestures or expressions to clarify. Phone conversations feel more final and formal. Let me share how I transformed my phone fear step by step. These techniques changed everything for me. Step 1. I started with listening. Before making calls, I spent weeks just listening to phone conversations. I listened to English podcasts, customer service recordings, and phone conversation examples. This listening practice helped my brain get comfortable with English phone. I learned how people start calls, end calls, and handle problems over the phone. Step 2. I practiced alone. I practiced phone conversations by myself. I played both sides of conversations. I practiced ordering pizza, making appointments, and asking for information. Talking to myself felt silly at first, but it built my confidence. I could practice without fear of judgment or embarrassment. Step 3. I prepared scripts. For important calls, I wrote simple scripts. Not word-for-word scripts, but key phrases and important information. This preparation reduced my anxiety. I practiced these scripts until they felt natural. Having a plan made me feel confident and prepared. Step 4. I started small. I didn't start with important business calls. I started with simple, low-risk calls. I called restaurants to ask about opening hours. I called stores to check if products were available. These small successes built my confidence for bigger challenges. Step 5. I focused on communication, not perfection. I stopped trying to speak perfect English on the phone. I focused on communicating my message clearly. If people understood me, the call was successful. This mindset shift reduced my anxiety and made conversations more natural. Now let me teach you the specific techniques that build phone confidence. Technique 1. The opening confidence formula. Every confident phone call starts with a clear, friendly greeting. Practice these opening phrases until they become automatic. Good morning, this is Emma speaking. Hello, I'm calling about... Hi, this is Emma from the English class. Let's practice together. Repeat after me. Good morning, this is Emma speaking. Hello, I'm calling about my appointment. Hi, this is Emma from the English class. Technique 2. The clarification strategy. When you don't understand something, use these confident clarification phrases. Could you repeat that, please? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you speak a little slower, please? Let me make sure I understand. Practice with me. Could you repeat that, please? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you speak a little slower, please? Technique 3. The information confirmation method. Always confirm important information to avoid misunderstandings. So that's Tuesday at 3 p.m., correct? Let me confirm. You said 123 Main Street. Just to be clear, the price is $50, right? Let's practice. So that's Tuesday at 3 p.m., correct? Let me confirm. You said 123 Main Street? Just to be clear, the price is $50, right? Technique 4. The polite ending formula. End calls professionally and confidently. Thank you very much for your help. I appreciate your time. Have a great day. Thank you. Goodbye. Practice these endings. Thank you very much for your help. I appreciate your time. Have a great day. Now, let's practice real phone conversations. I'll play both parts and you can practice along. Conversation 1. Making a doctor's appointment. You. Good morning. I'd like to make an appointment with Dr. Johnson. Receptionist. Certainly. What type of appointment do you need? You. A regular checkup, please. Receptionist. How about next Tuesday at 2 p.m.? You. That sounds perfect. Thank you. Let's practice this together. Repeat after me. Good morning. I'd like to make an appointment with Dr. Johnson. A regular checkup, please. That sounds perfect. Thank you. Conversation 2. Ordering food delivery. You. Hello. I'd like to order food for delivery. Restaurant. Sure. What would you like to order? You. I'd like a large pizza with mushrooms, please. Restaurant. What's your address? You. 123 Oak Street, apartment 2B. Restaurant. Your order will arrive in 30 minutes. Practice with me. Hello, I'd like to order food for delivery. I'd like a large pizza with mushrooms, please. 123 Oak Street, apartment 2B. Conversation 3. Calling about a problem. You. Hello, I'm having trouble with my internet connection. Customer service. I'm sorry to hear that. Can you describe the problem? You. The internet is very slow and keeps disconnecting. Customer service. I can send the technician tomorrow. Would that work? You. Yes, that would be great. Thank you. Let's practice. Hello, I'm having trouble with my internet connection. The internet is very slow and keeps disconnecting. Yes, that would be great. Thank you. Conversation 4. Making a hotel reservation. You. Good afternoon. I'd like to book a room for this weekend. Hotel. Certainly. For how many nights? You. 2 nights, Friday and Saturday. Hotel. Would you prefer a single or double room? You. A double room, please. Hotel. Perfect. Your reservation is confirmed. Let's practice these phrases. Good afternoon. I'd like to book a room for this weekend. 2 nights, Friday and Saturday. A double room, please. Conversation 5. Calling a friend. You. Hi, Sarah. It's Emma. How are you? Friend. Hi, Emma. I'm good. How are you? You. I'm great. Are you free for coffee tomorrow? Friend. Yes, I'd love to. What time? You. How about 3 p.m. at our usual cafe? Friend. Perfect. See you then. Let's practice this friendly conversation. Hi, Sarah. It's Emma. How are you? I'm great. Are you free for coffee tomorrow? How about 3 p.m. at our usual cafe? Now, let me share my complete system for building unshakable phone confidence. Phase 1, preparation, week 1 to 2. Start by listening to phone conversations every day. Listen to customer service calls, phone interviews, and casual phone chats. Get your brain comfortable with phone English. Practice speaking alone. Have imaginary phone conversations with yourself. Practice both sides of common conversations like ordering food or making appointments. Phase 2. Script building. Weeks 3 to 4. Create simple scripts for common phone situations. Write down key phrases for making appointments, asking for information, and handling problems. Practice these scripts until they feel natural. The goal is not to memorize every word, but to have confident phrases ready. Phase 3. Low-risk practice. Weeks 5 to 6. Start with easy, low-pressure phone calls. Call restaurants to ask about opening hours. Call stores to check if they have products in stock. These calls are perfect practice because they're short, simple, and low risk. If you make mistakes, it doesn't matter. Phase 4. Important calls. Weeks 7 to 8. Now you're ready for important calls. Make medical appointments. Call about work or school. Handle customer service issues. Use the techniques you practiced. Remember that communication is more important than perfection. Phase 5. Phone confidence mastery. Ongoing. Continue practicing with increasingly challenging calls. Make business calls. Handle complaints. Conduct phone interviews. Celebrate your progress. Notice how much more confident you feel compared to when you started. Let me teach you how to handle common phone problems with confidence. When you don't understand, don't panic when you miss something. Use these confident phrases. I'm sorry, could you repeat that? Could you speak more slowly, please? I want to make sure I understand correctly. When there's background noise, I'm having trouble hearing you. Could you speak louder? There seems to be some background noise. Can you hear me clearly? The connection isn't very clear. Let me call you back. When you need time to think. Let me think about that for a moment. Can I check my calendar and call you back? I need to confirm some information. May I call you back in an hour? When you make a mistake. I'm sorry, let me correct that. Actually, what I meant to say was, let me clarify what I said. My dear friends, you now have everything you need to transform phone fear into phone confidence. Remember my story from the beginning. 3 years ago, I couldn't make a simple doctor's appointment. I hung up in embarrassment. I felt helpless and scared. Today, I handle complex business calls with confidence. I enjoy talking to friends on the phone. I can solve problems over the phone without stress. Phone conversations became my strength, not my weakness. This transformation is possible for you, too. Every confident phone speaker started exactly where you are now. They felt nervous, made mistakes, and sometimes wanted to give up. But they kept practicing. They used techniques like the ones I taught you today. They started small and built their confidence step by step. Your phone confidence journey starts with your next call. Use the phrases I taught you. Practice the conversations we discussed. Remember that every call is an opportunity to build confidence. Don't aim for perfection. Aim for communication. If people understand you and you accomplish your goal, the call is successful. Phone confidence is life confidence. When you can handle any phone conversation, you feel capable and independent. You can solve problems, make connections, and take care of important business. This is Soundline English Podcast. I'm Emma. Thank you for joining me on this phone confidence journey. Keep calling, keep practicing, keep believing in yourself. Your phone confidence is growing stronger with every conversation. See you in the next episode. Goodbye for now, my confident phone speakers.